Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and so our card tonight is the moon. Always love that. Always happy to see that moon energy. All right, and immediately, I see the peace sign right here. You can see the hand with the two, kind of like this. Well, I can't do it backwards, but so we have a peace sign, which, yes, happiness, that's good. we're finding some peace here. And, you know, immediately as I was starting to get ready for this reading, and I pulled the moon card, I thought, yeah, this is going to be a really nice energy. We are in that, the longest part of the year, the longest nights of the year, right? Is it the solstice today? What is today? No, tomorrow. I thought, hey, I missed it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yes, tonight, tomorrow, the longest nights of the year. So yeah, that moon card, blessed. And we're finding peace in these places, walking into that great night. Okay, it's not always about, you know, we call the dark night of the soul the long night. Something like this, right? We think of maybe images of being cold and feeling hungry, alone, you know, directionless, unable to find our way. That melancholy, that depression, the anxiety. I know I can say for myself, I have my worst anxiety at night. It's when I wake up at 4 a.m. and my thinking is the clearest that it is any other time of our hours. And I think that's because, you know, there's so much less stimuli. But when I wake and start to think about just little things, you know, that could happen, or something I forgot, or I have to do this thing, but it's the middle of the night. I can't get it done. You know, the place isn't open. I can't make the appointment. I can't do this, you know, whatever it is. And that kind of anxiety. But, you know, the other side of it is that when we walk out into the night and we let our eyes get used to it, and we start to notice all those little things that are happening. We can hear the sound of those nocturnal beasts on their prowl, on their nightly tours. The stars bright. The beauty of the trees, especially in the middle of the summer, when they're all lush and you can hear a breeze and, you know, they're dancing and talking to you, and it just feels like everything's different, you know. The garden, so different in the middle of the night. The streets of your town, different. They just take on another dimension. There's a lot of mystery there. And so I feel like this is a time where you're finding a lot of peace in the darkness, in these quiet hours. It's not that anxiety so much. It's the the warm, fuzzy light and the ability to, here's the thing I like about the middle of the night. Now, if I stay off my phone, right? If I stay off the internet, this is the case. But nobody's going to call me in the middle of the night. Nobody's really going to ask me for anything. I don't have anything that I have to do, usually. There's just a sense of the pressure off, you know. I have these hours to myself, and hopefully, you know, that my daughter, she's getting to the age where she's not having the sleep regressions as much, knock on wood. You know, when they're younger, they're young toddlers, they wake up a lot. They have these periods of time where they'll wake up and wide awake at 4 a.m, ready to go, you know. And so anyways, that's lessening. So these nights, you know, that you can sleep, you can sit quietly, hear the sounds of the house and the outside and the images that dance around, and I feel like you really are, you're living in it, you're feeling it, you're transported, you know. I feel like there is a sense of great magical kind of engagement there, you know, a lot of strong visions. And now let's go ahead and turn that peace symbol. I like that. A time of peace there for you in your personal life. Okay. Now we have some kind of, it almost, at first I thought, okay, this has a beak, but I don't think so. It's an animal, you can see. And I know it doesn't look exactly like a rabbit, but I feel like it's a rabbit running. And the hind leg's a little different, but in my mind it immediately came to me as a rabbit. And now, if you remember, we are in, hello T. Have you come to say hello and bless this reading? It's late at night right now as I'm doing this reading. So she just woke up, didn't you? If you remember, we're at the tail end of the year of the Miss Girl. Get your face out of there. Come on. Why don't you come let me hold you? Go on. You either come. Okay. All right. That's fine too. The end of the year of the rabbit. And I think it goes into the beginning of February, and then we go into the year of the dragon. And so I get this sense of the rabbit making it through, yearning to go home, back to the nest, ready to go and curl up, to be warm and cozy and with all of their family there in their little rabbit hole down there beneath the yard. And all of those tunnels that they have. I don't know if they make intricate tunnels, but I know that they do make little kind of holes in the ground. And so I feel there's a sense of coming home again. And with this sense of peace and these visions, and it's not, you know, the moon card is often, it is about the illusion, the delusions, the enchantment, the kind of things being twisted and not seen so clearly. But I also think that this is the magical realm where anything can be conceived. This is the space that we need. If you're a person that is creative, innovative, if you just want to expand the limits of your thinking, you must travel into that lunar landscape, right? Into the valley of the moon. Stand beneath that goddess and, accept the that watery emotionality that it's almost like it's almost like an intoxicant or delirium, something that just kind of sends you into another realm, right? And so here, and let me just say, I'm not one that, I don't promote the use of intoxicants or anything else like that. I'm in recovery. But I use that as a metaphor, really. We can reach these places very easily with just our with just our imagination. It takes work, but you can. Okay. So anyways, I see you getting there a little loose. And if you can imagine unbuttoning the collar a bit, a little less formal. Come on, baby. Come on, mama. I will hold you and I will pet you and I will love you forever. But you got to come over here. And so we have the rabbit returning home after a long night. Okay, and I see you between these visions and this creativity, all of these things pouring out. But I also see you, coming home to your warm bed, with your people, with your animals, with your plants, with your books, with your beloved. Whatever it is, however your space is configured, with all the things that you want to be among, you are there, you are safe, you are once again home. And so here we also have the solar symbol, okay, the circle with the dot in the middle, and this is the symbol of God, really, of the divine, the impregnated infinite. And so this is the beginning of all things. This is, the endless cycle of birth and death and rebirth and death and rebirth and so on and so on and so on. And we have a person standing here with their arm up. I see a star up here. And so coming into the sun, we shall. Not yet, but we shall. And where you dream your dreams in those moonlit places, so you keep them in your pocket. You do. All of those ideas and those feelings, those impressions, they're beautiful. They're scary. They push you outside of your comfort zone. You think about things you've never thought about. And then you put them in your pocket and you bring them into the daylight. You keep them in there and you wait. You walk out there and they're in there. You keep them close to your chest. And then at the right time, you bring them out into the light. You bring them out. You begin to manifest. You begin to use those things that you learned there. Traveling space and time. Last night I was watching a little documentary about I can't even explain. I was like, okay, I got to think real hard here. And it was like for the layman, really. But it was about, what was it? About a theory about the time before the Big Bang, the universe existing. And it was about Roger Penrose and so on and so on. But then they were talking about photons, and they're not experiencing time. And I was like, wow. My brain was just lit up. And then today, I have such an affinity for Iceland, and these are two completely separate things. But then today, Iceland, I saw the volcano began to erupt in the night. And the night was just very striking images. And again, unrelated things, but my brain just, we pray for all of those who inhabit the lands there. But my goodness, what a beautiful and brutal place. In another life, I belong there, I think. I think. But yes, so these dreams, these striking images, these things we carry with us. All right, now let's see. We turn this and we have a person who is standing here. You can see the head, okay, and you can see holding a hawk, a falcon, some kind of hooded bird, okay, right on the arm. And so a hunter, a skilled hunter who is very connected with, and the hawk, the falcon, the eagle, any of these high-flying birds, these predators, they are they raptors? I think they're raptors. These are very much like the sword. This is an airy symbol. This is all about a sharp mind, logical, but also, a dreamer, way up there, daydreaming, up in the sky, but also looking down, huge and vast perspective. You need to be a daydreamer. You need to be somebody who can consider many things to be able to have, right, wide perspective. You even maybe need to hold a lot of different understandings that are in conflict with one another, cognitive dissonance, and so on. And so when I look at this, I feel you are both the person holding the falcon, the hawk, and the hawk itself, the falcon itself. You have an ability to not only shift your understandings, but have a wide interest. You have wide interests. I feel like you're a person researching, reading all kinds of things. You spend a lot of time on Wikipedia, maybe on YouTube, watching all kinds of videos. Just, a lifelong learner. And so, again, I think this really is where this dream realm, this realm of vision, this night side that you find yourself in right now and at home, in a state of peace here, you have this other part of self that is really good at bringing it into something. I almost imagine, are you like somebody who likes to write, or somebody, maybe you blog, or you're somebody that likes to get on like social media and discuss the things that you're learning about. Maybe you're in some kind of club or like a group that discusses things. Maybe you make I don't know, poetry or in something with words, I imagine. It could be any other kind of art, of course, but for some reason I feel like you're really, really You're good with your words. You're good at conveying the ideas that you're having. But, you know, the interesting thing, too, is that you aren't married to them. You're not dogmatic, especially about the things that you come up with. That you are not going to stay one course with one thing. And that's why I think you have a large perspective of the world. And, you know, it's something very interesting about you. You know, I think people are really, really attracted to your ability to discuss so many things, have so many passions. And so, let's see. What else do we have here? I'm trying to look at this one, and I see a flower. Well, here I see we have, it looks like a goat with a robe on. So we do have kind of a Saturnine energy, which makes sense. We're in Saturnalia as we speak. Happy Saturnalia. We also have a flower right here. So yeah, I think things really coming about the cycle. You will not waste this one. It is something that's important to you, to do something with it. And I just feel like we have a big eye right here. And then she's in there trying to wake everybody up. I'm sure you've read maybe you haven't. I don't know. I shouldn't say I'm sure you have. If you are a regular viewer of mine or my husband, shout out to Devin Serpentero. My husband's sleeping and because he's very sick. And my daughter, she's feeling better, but she's asleep because it's late at night. So the cat, she doesn't like it when one person is up. She's like, something's not right here. Everybody needs to get up and go to bed together. It's time to get things back on track. It's funny how cats are like all about their routine, if we realize it or not. Well, and tea's silly because if I stay up, I drink a lot of tea at night, obviously, while doing my readings. And sometimes I gotta sit down for a little while and read or, you know, watch a show or whatever. Do some folding clothes and hanging out. And she'll come out to the room I'm in and knock one thing after another off of the bookcases, and anything that she can move, she'll do. And she looks me right in the eye while she's doing. She's like, "It's time for bed. Do you hear me? Get to bed." She's a boss, that girl. Okay, so we also have an arrow, okay, and it's pointed towards the future. We also have a little bird, something like a little sparrow. It looks like a little tiny songbird. And I just can't help but feel like there's this sense of really you having a message to give. I feel like you feel so passionate about this. Like you just have something to say. And maybe you always have, and maybe you, you know, it's not anything new for you to go out and kind of express yourself. But for some reason, I feel like life has gotten in the way. You've done a lot of things. And now you've gotten to this place in your life where you're ready to just put your all into it. Whatever it is, if you are some kind of like social activist or, you know, if you're a practitioner of some kind of magic or spirituality or religion or philosophy, sciences, whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm going to list every single thing. Whatever it is. I feel like this is something that is really important to you. And I feel like you're getting this kind of, you're getting the gumption to be like, okay, I want to publish something. I want to self-publish something. I'm going to, go out and do like a open mic or, whatever it is. Start my own YouTube channel, which you should. Do it. Even if it's not something that's like going to be like a professional thing for you, do it. Get out there. Express yourself. I promise you. When I was going to start doing these readings, I'm shy, I'm not shy. It just depends on the situation. But I thought, how could I ever, fill a video? Well, here, I do multiple readings, anywhere from 2 to 6 readings a day, every day, 7 days a week. My husband and I do readings, and you begin to find your voice, and you just got to keep doing it. That's the thing. I've had people ask me, how do I start with that? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to get this into like a start your own YouTube channel thing, but any kind of creating, I mean, it really is. And this is what any creative or content creator or whatever it is, they'll tell you, you just got to start creating. It doesn't matter what it is. Film yourself talking, start doing little lectures, film the things you do around the house until you find what feels right for you. But just do it. Do it every single day if you have the time. And you'll start to find your confidence in it. And I think, I think that this is a cool medium because it's you doing it. You're the person that gets to dictate what you're doing. Nobody's telling you what you can and can't do. I mean, well, there are guidelines, of course, but ultimately you are the creator. So definitely something to think about. Now we're going to do a new deck that I have. It is, now I don't know how to say this, but I think it's Ariand, and it is the Happier Me affirmation cards. Okay. And so we're just going to, like all the other ones, although this one doesn't have a back. There's on both sides, there's, writing. So we're just going to flip through and stop where it feels right. And it says, creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. So the back then says, we've all been given the gift of creativity and imagination. Focus on accepting that you are a limitless spiritual being and your imagination will flourish. There you go. I didn't pick this card. It just picked itself. So totally punctuates this reading in my opinion. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. And I appreciate all of the love and support for Paul. He is hopefully slowly getting better. Poor guy. He's totally lost his voice. He has a chest thing going on. It's just been miserable for him. But we're taking good care of him. And, he's doing all the things he needs to do. So, we really are we appreciate all of the nice messages and the prayers and the advice and and healing energies and encouragement and all of this. It really, it means more than you know. It really does. So, I love you. We will talk soon. Happy holidays, all the holidays going on. It is a magical time. And yeah, we'll talk in a few days. All right. Bye-bye.